We have returned to the streaming world with our D&D adventures. It's exciting. For those of you who haven't been watching every episode that's been put on YouTube, horrible fans if you haven't, we will give a quick recap on. We'll do a general story recap. So we are in the world of Thera, set about 1,000 years after a nuclear war, and it's not doing too hot. There's only one real city in the entire world. The rest of the place is just basically wastelands, and it's not a good-looking place, you know. The gods have also abandoned Thera, and the king of a city called Gregoritus, he's tired of it. He wants the gods back, so he sends out a message to travelers asking for them to go on a quest. 7 of these travelers answered. 5 are still in the party and alive and kicking. We have Zeph, Shem, Walker, Six, and Corn. Solomon and Esmelda are Bard and Paladin. Are MIA. Well, they're not MIA, but they've been stabbed and shot by lightning, and they ain't doing too hot. So these guys have been traveling around looking for signs of the gods, and they've made some progress. A few of them have even talked to gods. Wild. So yeah, they were sent on a mission by the Titan of Darkness known as Nyx to go stop a corrupt angel before it reached the city of Gregoritus and destroyed it. In their battle, Korn himself was corrupted by this black ooze. Walker was whisked away by a tornado. And Six and Shem and Esmelda was stabbed. That's what happened to her. Six and Shem were barely able to get the people out. Meanwhile, Zeph was on the other side of the world. She found the old queen of the country of Jiro and began restoring the country, reuniting its people and such against the Ancient One, who's the big bad of this world. And then the Ancient One showed up in the middle of their war and absolutely shit on everyone. And the old queen of this continent, Liliana, used the last of her power to whoosh Zeph away, where Zeph reached the city of Gregoritus, which is currently on fire and burning to the ground. And that is where we're going to pick up with you, Zeph. And your owl friend.
Jimothy,
Mr. Owl. And he is currently real small, sitting on your shoulder, looking over the city before you. Last time you were in the city, it was a safe haven. It was a place of happiness. You saw children in the streets, merchants and markets, schools. It was a good looking place. Now all you see is buildings burning to the ground, and death everywhere.
If there are people still alive around me, I'm going to attempt to help them get out.
You see no, Zeph is blind, guys, but you see, you quote unquote feel nothing living around you.
Okay.
Minus you and your owl, Jimothy.
Then, to copy a good friend of mine, I'm going to turn into a giant owl and start searching for either my friends or just anything alive.
Oh gosh, what voice did I give Jimothy? It was really annoying, wasn't it?
Oh, very.
Gosh, I completely forgot what voice I gave Jimothy. We'll just make a new one up.
It was very peppy.
Very peppy? I thought so. I just don't remember the pitch that I gave it. I have lots of different pitches I can hit. So we'll just make one up. So as you turn into the giant owl and begin flying into the city, Jimothy looks up at you. He says, "Oh, you're an owl too! Oh, wait for me, I'm coming!" And begins flying after you. As you do a circle over the city, you see towards the castle where you found the king the first time you were here, a group of guards battling against a black figure with giant dark wings.
Does it look
And
like...
they are losing this battle horribly.
Okay. I am gonna fly that way. And I'm gonna get above the angel thing, and I'm going to transform into an earth elemental and fall on top of them.
Wow.
Alright. Sure.
Trying to crush them.
Let me... I guess I'll make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, why not?
I wasn't ready to roll dice this early.
Crush him.
We'll just do, I don't even know what his dexterity modifier is. We'll just make it a nice +5. A 21 is what he rolls.
Sure.
So he kind of senses you above him at the last moment, and the angel tries to jump back. Doesn't completely dodge you, as your big old arms kind of come crunching down and do like a reverse uppercut. What is a punch down called? It's not an uppercut.
Superman punch.
Yeah, you kind of... Whatever it is, you kind of catch him with your fist going down his forehead. And he stumbles back a few steps as you land between him and the guards. And you get your first good look. It looks like a very attractive man with large feathered wings that have turned black. He's got this oozy slime that you recognize as the weapon that the Ancient One used as you were teleported away, dripping off of him. And you're able to, put 2 and 2 together.
Ew, gross. I'm gonna try to, because I can't talk to them, I'm gonna try to motion for the guards to
You're gonna motion for the guards to what?
leave. Or to, like, run away if they can. Since we're losing.
Caw.
They do not. They rally behind you, raising their spears and shields next to you, kind of recognizing you as some sort of ally, at least, as you are in between them and the thing that was murdering them. Around you, you see they're on this bridge, a last stand on this bridge, before this angel reaches the castle. And around you, this bridge is you see many dead soldiers all around. As there's about 7 left, and they rally next to you.
I guess I'm gonna attack the angel guy.
All right, roll to hit.
Attack him. Yep. Hold on. Let me +8 hit. Oh, that's a 17 and a 22.
And the 22 will hit. Roll for damage.
Okay. 9 plus 14 damage.
Yeah, you roll your big old earth elemental arm back and throw a punch, and it manages to dodge out the way this time. But it does not see your second one that this time is an uppercut. Clock it up, and it kind of stumbles a few steps back from this healthy blow. The soldiers around you all let out a cheer and go and try and as this thing's stumbling, rush forward, stabbing at it with their spears and using their shields to kind of back it up. And this angel kind of seems to be running out of steam as it takes the hint and spreads its wings out wide and from its feather shoots its feathers out at you with the black ooze. It kind of uses this to propel it backwards as these feathers impale themselves into the shields One of the soldiers does take a couple of feathers to the body and falls to the ground dead, and the angel, using this as a chance to escape, flies away.
Cool.
As this other guard falls to the ground dead, impaled by these black feathers.
That sucks.
It do in fact suck.
Huh. I'm going to drop out of Earth Elemental form and turn to the guards that are remaining, and I'm gonna ask them, were there any other people here helping you guys fight? A small man, a metal man, a girl, and, well, technically 2 girls. By any chance?
And the guards before are not even answering you. They immediately recognize who you are, as you're a fireball druid, and that's not the most common thing.
No.
And they all kind of drop to their knees and they say, "Oh, Lady Zeph, you have come to our aid. We appreciate everything you've done to help us."
Yeah, no problem. Please don't kneel. You can stand. We're all fighting this together.
And the one closest to you, they're all still on their knees with their heads bowed, says, "No, Lady Zeph. The rest of your party, they are not here. We do not know where they are. This angel just attacked out of nowhere. It laid ruin to most of the city before we finally were able to stop it from reaching the castle."
Good. I'm definitely glad I was able to get here in time to help. Definitely go check on your king and figure out, I guess, what to do next. I'm gonna go through the city and see if I can find my companions, or at least help anybody else that may be left alive.
Yeah, and as you turn, Jimothy the Owl comes and once again small lands on your shoulders and kind of nuzzles his way into your into the fur on your coat. And as you turn, the Forgotten One is sitting on the end of the bridge, crisscross applesauce, with his eyes closed, almost in meditation.
Ah. At least a familiar face. I'm gonna just walk towards him and go, you don't by any chance know where my previous group may be, do you?
Your friends are not here. They are on the city of Nyx. We must reach them quickly.
Sure. I don't have the slightest idea where that may be.
And he touches your forehead. In your mind, you immediately see the map that leads to the city that the rest of your party is at.
Oh, that's...
and you know it's, across an ocean.
Oh.
You know it would take about a day of flying as a giant owl to reach there.
And I wouldn't be able to do it for the entire time, because I think I can only watch it for up to an hour, or 5 hours before reverting back.
And Jimothy kind of noses against your neck and he says, "Oh, don't worry, I gotcha. And he hops off, and it once again turns into a giant owl, this time rideable, big enough for you to ride. It says, "Oh, gather on, all aboard the Jimothy."
All right. Onwards, Jimothy!
And you do in fact climb onto Jimothy, and he, with a single thrust of his powerful wings, takes off as these soldiers stay on the ground watching you as you take off into the air. And the rest of your day goes by without much happening. You and Jimothy, as you fly through the air, it's a little cold up here, but besides that, nothing crazy. And after a day, and Jimothy, it's such smooth sailing that it's pretty easy to fall asleep riding Jimothy.
Which is definitely nice.
Yeah, so you do get your long rest, and you're fully healed by the time you get back.
Yay.
And you're awoken from your sleep from Jimothy. "Mistress, madam, Zeph, you might want to see this."
I will... Jimothy, I know we've talked about this before, but I actually can't see anything. You're gonna have to describe it to me.
He says, "Oh yes, yes, yes. I always forget about this. Hold on." And you hear him mutter something out of your breath, and in your mind, you can now see through Jimothy's eyes.
Ooh, that's a fun trick.
And ahead of you is a humongous mountain, bigger than any mountain you've ever seen before. And wrapped around the base of it, going this mountain, the peak of this mountain, you can't even see. It's above the clouds. Jimothy's flying pretty close to the ocean that this mountain spreads out of. And at the base of this mountain, just coming out of the ocean, looks to be some sort of giant snake wrapped around the base of the mountain, with its head somewhere high above the clouds. And with that, we will swap groups. We will swap on over to Shem, Six, and Corin. Corin, you last we were with you, you were covered in the black ooze and on a rampage.
Yeah, I definitely had some murder going on.
With Shem and Six, Shem is kind of helping to, or you were knocked out by Salik last time, I believe.
Yeah.
And Shem was carrying you as Six carried Esmelda, who is barely hanging on to your life in your arms currently, Six.
It's very sad, very sad.
You feel a small pulse whenever and very shallow breaths, but she's lost a lot of blood. So the teleportation light finishes, and you are standing in the room of Nyx, and she's behind her desk, looking outwards. And as you guys teleport in, she lets out a deep sigh. She says, "Well, it would appear you did not pass your test." And she snaps her fingers, and some medics rush up and take Esmelda from you, Six. And rush away with her. She then turns to you, Corin. Or to you, Shem, I guess, who has Corin draped over your shoulders. And she sees the black ooze that has enveloped Corin. And she walks up and she says, "The Ancient One's power knows... Well, it knows no restraints, I see." And she touches Corin's forehead. And you, Shem, you feel a great power. And you feel Nyx's power. As a single bead of light appears on Corin's forehead. And all the black ooze is absorbed into this bead of light until there's nothing left but a black gem of some sort attached to Corin's forehead. And Corin, you wake up.
Corin. Corin.
What happened?
Where's that sleeping, man?
I'm cradling him like a baby at this point, and I'm just like,
yes, Corin.
Corin!
The last thing you remember, Corin, is this corrupt angel attacking you, and then you've blacked out from there. You do not remember being taken over by this corruption and attacking your party members.
Yeah, I imagine, like, I'm just wide-eyed staring around, like, where the fuck am I?
I'm, like, blubbering, and I'm, like, trying to fill you in, but all that's coming out is, and this guy, and he made you shoot us, and we almost died, and you got a jewel in your forehead.
I'm gonna touch my forehead.
You do, and you feel an immense amount of power from whatever is contained in this gem on your forehead. But you also, as you touch it, the memories of everything that happened in the last battle come rushing back to you. And you remember this black energy taking over your body and attacking your friends. You also hear a dark voice in your head, and it says, "Unleash me. Let me out. Let me rage."
Okay, I'm gonna kind of, like, push Shem away so I can, like, drop down to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to, like,
Shem, do you
look
let this
around.
happen?
Yeah, I'll just let him go.
Okay.
Still salty about being shot at.
Fair enough.
So obviously I know Shem and Six are there.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You are
do I
missing
see?
Walker and Esmelda's already gone. She's already
Okay,
been.
so I didn't see her.
No, she was rushed away
Okay.
before you were woken.
All right. So since I don't see Walker or Esmelda, I'm going to turn back to Shem. Did I? Did I kill them?
Actually, because you got your, or because the black ooze shared its memory with you, you saw what happened to both Walker and Esmelda. You know
Okay.
because you do know it was partially your fault because you began chatting and shouting, shooting at, and you're distracting your friends. That the angel was able to use this control weather spell to create a tornado that whisked Walker away. And in the mayhem, the angel also managed to get a clean stab through Esmelda.
Okay.
You can assume that, Esmelda was taken, seeing how you see Nick standing before you.
Okay. Uh, in that case, since I'm hearing a voice come from my forehead now, I'm gonna walk up to Nyx, get this thing out of me.
First off, make me a strength check.
Strength.
Yep.
Ooh, buddy. So, no modifier. Ooh.
All right, yeah, a nat 20. You stand up, and all of your friends expect you to stumble, but you're just fine. You do not stumble at all. And you are able to stand and look, stand on even terms with Nyx and look her in the eye as you say, get this thing out of me. And she kind of shakes her head and sighs. She says, sadly, I do not know how to do that. You have been corrupt by the Ancient One. This power is, for better or worse, yours now.
I'm willing to use a crowbar.
I may take you up on that.
Well, that would
I
probably
think
end
it's
in your
pretty.
death. This other being of yours, which I have managed to capture and keep in this crystal, it is a part of your soul now. Its death will mean your death.
You know, I might just be able to live with that.
Well, if you learn to control it, it may be very useful in defeating the Ancient One later.
Fuck that. Corruption only breeds corruption.
You are not wrong, Six. This ooze, the corrupted ooze that this Ancient One uses, we have yet to be able to figure out what it does or what it is. All we know is that it has largely been the reason of our downfall. It gives massive power to anyone who is corrupt. But as you know, Corn, you lose yourself in this power.
I just give a small nod.
And I don't have anything made for you right now, Corn, but in my head I know what this does. So if you use the power of this crystal, you get plus 10 to everything. Plus 10 to AC, plus 10 to attack rolls, plus 10 to all of your modifiers. You get plus 10 to everything.
Okay, what's the downside?
Well, use it and you'll find out.
Okay.
But I'll make a magic item for you later so you can remember this.
Alrighty.
I just was doing other. He does get plus 10 to his charisma checks, Walker. Yes.
I'm gonna need that one.
You get plus 10 to everything while you were using the power of the black ooze.
It just makes you prettier, so you look more attractive to people, Corin.
Sure, we'll go with that. Regardless, Nyx looks at you all and she says, you all failing has brought a horrible, horrible fate to Hito.
It sounds like we weren't the only ones that failed.
What do you mean?
Well, you have failed us. We were not ready.
Well, I assumed one of you wouldn't get corrupt and the other one wouldn't get whisked away by a tornado.
Tornadoes
Yeah,
happen.
well, it happened.
Do you know where Walker is right now?
I have a feeling that he is safe.
Great. You're operating on a feeling. I'm not feeling very excited about that.
Well, I'm not feeling very excited about the destruction of Ola Gregoritas.
First off, hold up. What?
She touches your forehead, Six, and you are able to see what is happening in Gregoritas at this exact moment. The angel has just arrived, and it is tearing through everything, slashing down children, women, and men alike, setting fire to buildings, summoning lightning storms to strike down everywhere. This angel is ruthless and unstoppable. And
Is this happening
you
in
see
real
all this
time?
in your head in a moment, Six.
Is this all happening right now?
It is, yes.
Teleport us now.
Sadly, Gregoritas is on its own. We have something worse coming.
This we could try to save one.
We must make a decision here. Would you rather stay here and save this world, or go to Gregoritas and save an already doomed area?
Save the world or save a city?
These are your options.
You wouldn't happen to have any dice, would you?
No, I don't have any dice on me, no.
What would you have us do?
Today, I would have you rest. For tomorrow, the war begins.
Well, we definitely need to regroup and figure out what the hell we're doing.
Yes.
We've got
Group.
By tomorrow, your other two party members should arrive.
2.
Well, yes.
Hello?
There were 7 of you to begin with, I believe, yes?
2 are MIA, and 2 are nearly dead.
Yes. And by tomorrow, if I've foreseen correctly, your 2 MIA party members should be here to assist us. Hopefully they reach our city in time.
Well, aren't you just
In
the
time
first?
for what?
That I am not allowed to say. For the fates will not allow it. For now, I will give you this. And in each of your minds, you see Shem, an earth or flying or turn into a giant owl and flying above this corrupt angel, and then turning
You mean
into
Zeph?
or yeah, Zeph. I'm sorry,
No, it was Shem.
my bad.
Definitely Shem.
Now you see Zeph turn into this giant golem and bitch slap the angel.
I'm a little salty about that one.
And then the vision ends. She says, "Your friend is alive. She has finally been remembered."
She's alive?
Yes, and she will be here tomorrow. But for now, go, rest. I must rush to the hospital and make sure Esmelda is being taken care of properly.
Now, where are we at exactly?
You were in Nyx's tower. You know the city like the back of your hand from your time spent here.
Okay.
She turns and disappears into mist, presumably going to the hospital.
Okay. I want to leave the tower and go to the spot where we first entered the city.
Yeah. Shem, Six,
And-
what are you guys doing? Are you going with them or are you doing your own thing?
Oh, I don't say anything to anybody. I just leave.
Okay. Shem, Six, are you following or doing your own thing?
I mean, I'll follow because I feel like he needs to be watched.
Okay, Six.
I'm going to do my own thing.
Okay, we will start with Korn and Shem then. Yeah, Korn, you begin making your way through the city, returning to the entryway, with 2 guards guarding it. Shem, you follow behind, not exactly being stealthy about it, but you don't like walk next to him. You walk a few steps back.
Invisible kitty leash.
Korn, what are you doing there?
I'm completely ignoring Shem. I'm just heading to where those two guards were, and then I'm literally just gonna sit down and wait.
Okay, you do so. The two guards look at you, but they kind of don't really pay you any mind. They continue guarding. Shem, what do you do?
I just set my bottle down right beside Corin and hop inside because I can still see what's going on.
Okay. Corin, the sun begins to set, and you hear the gentle snoozing from within a bottle. And you feel your own eyes begin to grow heavy as the tolls of the day begin weighing on you.
Yeah, I'm basically just sitting there trying to defy sleep. So unless I just fall asleep, I'm attempting to stay up, keeping my eyes open for Zeph and Walker.
What is a defy sleep check?
Constitution maybe?
Yeah, make me a Constitution roll.
Okay.
Not a saving throw, just a normal roll.
Six.
Yeah, with a 6, you don't defy sleep for very long. By like 10ish, you are out. You're still sitting there waiting, and the guards, kind of, when you do fall asleep, approach you and wrap a blanket around you. But you sleep soundly through this.
Okay.
6. Dog hair. Where do you go?
I'm patiently looking.
Patiently looking?
Actually, I am thoroughly trying to find any type of significant magic items, because if it's war that they want, it's war that they get.
Where are you looking for these magic items?
Well, I know the place like the back of my hand, so I would assume that wherever.
You know there's like an armory and stuff, but in your time here, you have never seen any significant magic items.
There's none to be had.
In your
Perhaps.
time here, you have never found any significant magic items or know of a location of them.
I guess I'm going to start asking around.
Okay.
There's a few people there, right?
Yeah, you know plenty of people. Where are you going to? Tell me. Describe your adventures. You tell me what you do.
Well, first of all, I guess I'm gonna bebop on down to the old tailor shop. And
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can find me a nice little robe or two.
Yeah, it's about 6:00 p.m. when Korn and Shem walk away, so everything's still open for another hour or two. The tailor shop is wound down as most of the business of the day is gone. It's pretty late now, but there is a middle-aged man, probably 45 to 50, who is behind the counter, and he looks at you and he says, "Ah, Master Six, what can I do for you?"
I need something that will help me not be where something might be attempting to obliterate me.
I'm confused on your wording, Master Six. What do you mean? Please elaborate.
I need a clerk.
Okay, Master Six, you've had many cloaks made here. Do those not do fits anymore?
Don't have one that assists me in dodging stuffs.
I understand, Master Six. I understand. What you're asking for will take a good bit of time to make and will not be cheap.
Well, I mean, they're going to be used for the next short little bit, so if at all possible, sooner would be better. Do you have anything on hand?
Not anything you're asking for, Master Six. This would require a great deal of work to create.
So how long are we talking?
Well, I would have to create the cloak itself, and then I'd have to find one of our enchanters to create or to do the magic. It would depend on them. For me, it would take about 2 days to make the cloak itself. a cloak good enough to hold the enchantment. The enchanters, I would assume it would take 3 to 4. So if I had to guess, give it about a week.
And worst case scenario, what are you thinking money wise?
Well, I cannot speak for the enchanter half of this, but for the cloak itself, it'd probably be about 200 gold. As I said, it would have to hold the enchantment you are asking for, which is not an easy feat, Master Six. I'd have to speak to the enchanters on the time and effort it would take to enchant said cloak and the money they would ask for it. If I had to guess, it'd probably end up totaling about 500.
About 500.
That is
Okay.
a rough estimate, Master Six. Please, if it is any more or any less, it was on the enchanter's fault, not my own.
We'll see what I can do. Can you see what you can do?
Of course, Master Six.
Sooner the better.
We will. I will work on it with the utmost of haste.
With that, Six is going to shake the man's hand.
Yep, and
And
he doesn't even
you-
ask for an upfront fee. He wholeheartedly trusts that you will come through with the money when it's time to buy it.
Most certainly find a way.
And with that, you are back in this humongous city. Where else would you like to go? It is now 7 o'clock.
So most things are getting ready to start shutting down, I assume.
Most things, the average business shuts down at 8 o'clock in the city.
Okay.
So you
So-
probably have time for one more shop if that's what you're going for. Random things like restaurants and such will stay open later, but your average jeweler, weaponsmith, stuff like that closes at 8.
Okay, then I will also head towards the closest jewelry shop.
Okay, and there's one about it's about a 20-minute walk. And inside there's a young lady. She's probably about 20, maybe younger. You can tell this is definitely her first job. She was not working here last time you've been to this jeweler shop. And she looks bright-eyed and hopeful, as someone in her first job would, not yet crushed by the realities of living a working wage. And you must be Master Six. How are you doing? Welcome to our shop.
Positively atrocious, unfortunately. How are you?
Master Six, I'm sorry. Is there anything I can do to make your day better?
You can provide me with something with a little pizzazz.
I'm sorry?
I'm looking for either a ring with spell storing capabilities, and if not a ring, then perhaps an amulet.
Master Six, what? I've just begun working here. Even if I knew if that existed, I wouldn't know about it. I will. Please, one moment. Let me go get my master. And she turns and walks away back into the back of the shop. And a older woman walks out. One that you're very familiar with, as this is a jeweler shop that you've been to a few times. Comes out and she says, Master Six, welcome back. My apprentice has told me what you are looking for, and you know that is quite the difficult ask you are looking for.
Everything is difficult in a world falling apart.
Yes,
I know.
yes. A spell storing ring is what you look for. I of course have it, but I have a ring with the capability to store spells, but I will have to enchant it myself. And I'm not as young as I used to be, Master Six. It will take me quite a while, 3 to 4 days probably, to get this ring enchanted. And she pulls out from her robes a beautiful gold ring with a large diamond put on top of it. She says, "This is all I have that would be able to hold such a powerful enchantment. Normally it's saved for engagements, but for you, Master Six, we can do it."
That would be most excellent.
I will do the enchantment for free, as you have been a great hero to our city, Master Six. But you know the ring
And
itself is quite expensive. 300 gold for it.
with any luck, it shan't be an issue.
Alright. Give me 2 days to master this enchantment, and I will have it ready for you.
Thank you very much.
Of course, dearie. And she lets out a
And
low bow and then takes the ring to the back to begin work. And the bright-eyed woman comes back out. Would you like anything else?
At this moment, no.
Thank
But
you
I
for your
shall
help.
live.
And with that, it is 8 o'clock, and your average store has shut down. And just like Korn and Shem, you begin to feel the trials of the day beginning to wear on you.
Then I guess I shall retire of a sort to my now regular sleeping abode.
Yep, and you guys know you always have the same hotels where you spent your 2 months in has basically become your home. And after a good 20-minute trot through the city, you reach this hotel and are greeted by the same desk person. Word. Same dude who works desks as always, and he's 6, please. Your room is always prepared for you.
Excellent. I need some messages sent out.
Of course. Who are we sending our messages to?
To my wonderful host, of course. And also, I plan to. Where have you seen any of my other party members?
No. Korn and Shem have not returned. I hear Esmelda has finally been stabilized after a long night work from Mistress Nyx. I have not heard from Walker either.
Walker's busy. Walker's busy.
Well,
if
no,
not possible, can we send somebody to contact everyone, quite literally? Corin needs to be aware of what's going on. I need to get a hold of 6 to secure financial incomes, and I need sleep.
Of course, I will send a message to Master Corin as soon as possible. Your room awaits you, dear sir.
Thank you. And with that, I will bustle my way towards the bed, do the sleep, shower, and stuffs.
Yep. And a messenger finds Corin sleeping at the gate and kind of tucks the envelope into his blanket as the guards kind of warn the messenger against awaking him. The night goes by, and the sun shines brightly into Corin's eyes and through Shem's bottle. And I guess through Six's window.
Turn off the light.
And you
hear
from outside
faintly.
You hear, Mistress Shem, it is morning. We cannot turn the sun off.
Coffee.
Corn, you wake up to a blanket around you and a letter tucked into the blanket.
Yeah, then I read that.
And it just kind of describes what Six has been up to and how he needs money to accomplish his goals.
I'm just gonna crumple up and toss it to the side.
One of the guards picks it up and puts it into a trash can. Another one pours coffee from their not great coffee pot and walks up to your bottle. Mr. Shem, we have your coffee.
Just pour it in the top.
We don't feel comfortable with that, Mr. Shem. Please come out.
I'll do it.
They hand the coffee cup to Corin.
And I pour the coffee right over the bottle.
Ah, that's more like it. And I pop out of the bottle.
Yep. And it looks to be a beautiful day. as the sun is just beginning to crest the clouds and light up the city. It does not look like a day where a battle is going to unfold. There's a very small breeze that kind of keeps the heat to a minimum, but it's not too cold, as the sun also warms you well.
It's a good day to die. Again.
And with that, behind you, you hear, well, hopefully we do not die today, Shem. And Nyx is behind you, but she has bags under her eyes, and she looks paler than normal. You can tell she has not gotten much sleep.
Do you need a coffee shower?
Sadly, we do not have time. I've been in the hospital securing Esmelda. She's should be okay.
What about Solomon? Any change from him?
Solomon has not stirred, almost like there's something is blocking his mind, though I cannot tell you what. It is quite powerful, whatever is keeping him out. It is his own personal demons that he will have to defeat before he's able to awaken. But we don't have time to worry about that. The fates have willed a great battle today, and we must prepare for gluttony approaches.
Right. Suppose
Come.
it wouldn't be too much to ask for breakfast, would it?
We will have breakfast together in my office. I will meet you there. And she once again turns to mist as she turns away from you all. 6, she arrives and knocks on your door and delivers the same message to you.
I'm going to immediately embark.
All right. Corin, Shem, do you do the same?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes, half an hour for Corin and Shem to finally reach the office. But when you do, there is and you reach her floor, there's a fully put out breakfast with, eggs, bacon, sausage, pancakes, waffles. The whole shindig is set before you, buffet style. 6 is
Nice.
already in there eating, whatever 6 be eating.
Bacon!
6 is eating nothing but bacon.
A few eggs.
Oh, and a few eggs. Sorry. And as you all eat, Nyx decides now it's time to tell you about the 7 sins that the Ancient One has created. I have been watching your friend Zeph with great interest when she finally awoke. She's been off in Jiro, fighting against 2 of these sins. She barely escaped with her life.
You smell it.
What?
Sorry, there's children here.
Oh, okay. I was like, I heard you whispered. I was like, what do he be whispering right now?
Magic.
Anywho, so yes, there's seven of these great generals. Probably next to the Ancient One himself, probably 7 of the strongest beings in this world. And one plans on attacking the city today.
So, what is their ultimate goal, or are they just dead set on destruction?
Well, once civilization itself has fallen, this city and Gregoritus being the 2 main last strongholds of civilization, the Ancient One will have complete control over the world to do what he pleases. No one really knows what that is, but he will be able to do whatever he wants with this world.
Anything like what I've seen, it'll be nothing but a wasteland.
More
I
than
won't
likely,
let that
yes. Which is why we must fight back, as we are the last civilization of this world. Gregoritus survived its battle with the angel, but barely. Very few survived. If we survive this battle, we will be sending some of our people down to assist them in recovery. But we must get through today first. I hope you all are prepared.
Who'll be our foe today?
I have one gift for you all. Something that I've been working on personally. The other thing that I worked on throughout the night. And she pulls out a ring. And it looks like a plain ring. Just a silver band. No inscriptions. Nothing of interest. And she puts it on the desk in front of her and waits to see who will take it.
I'm just gonna kind of like raise one eyebrow at 6.
I'm going to casually reach over and try to figure out said ring.
As your finger touches this ring, you feel the incredible magical power of this ring flow through you, and you instantly know what it is. This is a ring that holds a singular wish.
Most interesting.
It took all of my power to create this, but I feel you will need it in the coming days.
Hopefully later rather than sooner.
Yes. Use it wisely. You will only be able to use the singular wish once.
That means no wishing for bacon.
And the fates will, of course, have to approve of your wish, as they are the final barrier between wishes and humanity.
Well, I guess may the gods be in our favor.
Sadly, the gods have nothing to do with it. If the gods were to make their wish, the Ancient One would already be dead. But the fates prevent that. Only they know why. Who will carry this ring?
What?
Once this business of saving the city is done, I do believe that we should pay a visit to the Fates.
6, the journey you wish to go on would more than likely kill you. No one has visited the Fates in millions of years.
Perhaps I should come a rapping on her door.
You know, whatever you all decide to do after the city is saved is up to you. For now, one of you take the ring and put it on.
I will let the party know what it is. So how are we to decide who's going to carry this?
If you wish, I can always transport it to one of your other 2 party members as they are on their way now.
I'm not making a wish while holding this damn thing. No.
An accidental wish would not summon the power 6.
Haha, it was a jest. I was making a joke. Damn it.
Please, one of you decide who will have it.
And given us current circumstances, I know I'm not gonna be the one to hold it. Magic of any kind ain't my forte. Walker
Shem?
ain't here, so
Oh, I can always send it to him.
This is something that I would think I would discuss with Walker. When will he be arriving?
Not soon enough.
Then I shall take it.
Alright, 6. You put this ring on, and once again, you feel the immense power flowing from it.
I'm going to look at it.
For a brief moment, as Nyx looks over you all, a small smile tugs at her lips. Almost like she's happy that this is the party that she has to work with. But that smile quickly goes away as the ground underneath you shakes.
And we're off.
It would appear so. And as she says that, a giant shadow falls over the city, completely, it seems, blocking out the sun, almost
So
like a
who's
cloud
sending
would.
I think it's about time we hit the streets.
And Nyx kind of nods her head, and you all fade to mist and appear on the streets. And you see this being that is casting the cloud over you. It is this head of a gigantic snake. It has one claw resting on the peak of the mountain, as it is coiled around the entire mountain. You can only see its head and a bit of its body as the rest goes beneath the clouds. You can't even see its other claws. It does have arms, by the way. You only see one as its peak, or as it's holding the peak of the mountain. And its head, bigger than the mountain itself, it seems, is blocking the entire sun.
I can't wait to steal one of them teeth. Alchemical supplies for days.
Yeah, it does have two very large fangs coming out. These fangs look to be bigger than the building you were just in, which is the tallest building in the city. And it lets out a gigantic roar, one that makes you all cover your ears in pain. And clouds begin forming in the sky, and balls of fire begin falling.
I'm going to definitely roar back with all of my diminutiveness by comparison.
Make me a performance check.
Do the thing.
Do the thing. Do the roar.
That is an 18.
Your roar is good for 6, but compared to this thing, your ears are still ringing from this thing's roar.
I imagine 6 just like, and sounds like a baby Groot.
Basically. As he does roar, the first ball of fire blasts through Nyx's giant tower, setting it ablaze. And we switch to the perspective of our last missing member, Walker, as you appear on a cliff looking over the city. You see these balls of fire just as they slam into the city, and this gigantic beast towering over everything. Zeph, you appear from the clouds behind Walker, seeing him standing on this cliff looking over everything, riding your giant owl, as you have kind of followed the body of the snake up the side of this mountain. And this is where you appeared, finally finding its head, overlooking the city that you have never seen. The city that is much more advanced than anything you've ever seen as well. This looks like a 1950s New York City.
Okay, then very much more modern than Zeph has ever seen.
Yep. But you do see the one familiar thing of Walker, as he is glinting in the sun, as he seems to be solo facing this beast.
I'm just going to tap Jimothy and go, "Hey, land next to the shiny one down there," and I'm gonna yell out, "Walker!"
And Walker, Zeph lands next to you on a giant owl that then transforms and nuzzles into the side of her her body. And hold on, let me reveal this is a map to you all. These dirt roads are different levels, by the way. And you guys are up here. Where's 6? There's 6. You can adjust your health accordingly and such. Esmeralda, get out of here. You're not here. So this is the scene. Giant snake blasting out the sun. Destroyed buildings. Tower on fire. Walker and Zephyr up here. Nyx is here with you guys.
Zeph, it's good to see you. I've missed you.
I've missed you as well, greatly. I see you're in good health. That's great.
Everything seems to be working well enough, which is more than I could say for what's going on over there. As I gesture to everything going on.
Yeah.
Who is your new friend?
Jimothy. Walker, Jimothy.
Hi there, Robot Man. How are you doing?
Hi, Owl Man. I'm doing well.
I am not a man, just an owl. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Owl. Do you know what's going on?
Not
I
a
just
clue.
arrived here myself. Seems like the city's in trouble.
Would I know if this is one of the 7 sins, or can I make a good educated guess it's one?
Roll me a smart check. What would a smart check? Just roll straight up wisdom.
Okay. Let's see. That's
No, wisdom, intelligence. Make it intelligence. Make it intelligence.
oh, not as good. Okay. Was excited there for a second. All right.
Oh boy, something good. JK. You have no idea what this giant snake before you is.
Well,
Pretty sure it's just a giant snake with arms.
It
Yeah,
do in
yeah.
fact have both of those.
your guess there good as mine. And it looks like it's about to attack the city. Do you do you want to tangle with it? I guess
Both of you make me perception checks real quick.
that I'm good at. 25.
Okay, Walker. Yeah. Both of you very clearly see 3 of your party members standing with Walker, who you know to be Nyx. Shem, you have no idea who it is. Standing at the baseless tower looking up at the monster.
Corin! I start heading down toward Corin.
Make me an athletics check to see if you can make it down this. You're on a giant cliff. Your fastest way would be down the cliff face itself, or do you want to run down the cliff this way and then make your way to him?
Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics.
You asked that so confidently.
You're coming in hot.
Coming in.
18, just fine. And you make your way down the mountain and run up to Corin. Shem or Zeph, what are you gonna use your giant owl friend again?
Yeah. I'm like Jim. You probably need to sleep, but do you mind getting me down there?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take a nap after this.
Yeah,
And
go ahead.
as he finishes flying you down, he cuddles up into your shoulder and is donezo, gone, defeated.
Yeah, I'm gonna tuck him into my armor, just so that he doesn't fall off.
Yep. And the 5 of you are now together.
I imagine him being tucked into your armpit.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it smells good down there. I'll craft some flowers. Little bed.
Zeph, this is your first time seeing the party in 3 months. Party, same to you.
You're alive.
You can make it. Can you tell that thing to back the fuck off?
The snake?
Yeah, if you could.
Sure, why not? I'll answer your questions in just a moment. I'm gonna go towards the snake and go, hey, back the fuck up.
And with that, make me let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
Okay. Let's hope my rolls are better than last combat.
Nope.
Oh,
That
God.
wasn't me. Woo! Hell yeah, that is better.
Add turns. Add a turn. Add a turn. Y'all can put your own stuff in there. He rolled 17. Nyx rolled 25. 6, what did you roll?
I'm currently battling my interwebs.
Ah. You do your interweb battles and let me know. Walker. Walker, did you roll already?
Yes, with my +6 modifier, I rolled a whopping 8.
Okay. We're just waiting on yield 6 then.
Don't worry, only 7 more hours the way things are going. Yay! Finally, something.
Do you want
Thing.
one of us to roll for you?
17.
Okay. He's good. All right. Our turn order is then Nyx, Corn, Glutton, Six, Walker, Shem, and Zeph. So Nyx is going to step forward, and normally Nyx towers over all of you, and when she's in her true Titan form. But compared to this thing, she looks like, well, a child. She looks like an insect to this thing. She's going to take one of her spears, and you see darkness itself wrap around it, and she's going to yeet that bitch. And she's not going to connect with a 17. Corn, you're up.
Okay. So, I am going to expend 2 of my grip points to make my first shot a violent shot.
Okay. And where are you aiming on this thing? As you can see, its head, its singular claw, and part of its body.
Can I see its eyes?
Make me a perception check.
Okay, give me 1 second. Perception. 6.
You cannot see its eyes, no.
Okay, then I'm just gonna be aiming like right below its head, where I would assume like the throat would be.
Yeah, sure, go for it. Roll to hit.
Okay. What is my okay? So
Who dare text one of my party members during D&D? Continue.
okay, first attack is a 27.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Second.
So second one, 33. That's a
A
crit.
nat 20 will hit. Yep.
Yeah.
Roll your damage.
Okay, so the first one, since I spent the grit points to make it a violent shot, I get to roll 1 additional weapon damage die per grit point spent.
Sure.
So that first attack is 4d10.
You just roll your damage and tell me what it be.
Not that. Ignore that one.
I will write it down accordingly.
Okay, so the first one is 27 damage.
Okay.
And second one, 21 damage. Now, are you doubling that, or do I roll again?
Roll again. I always have you
Okay.
roll again because if your first roll sucks, we would hate to double that, you know? See, like that. If you just rolled a 10 there, that would have sucked.
Yeah.
So you did 27, 48, 58 damage. Yeah.
Okay, now I'm not done yet.
Ooh, he still got his action surge.
I do have an action surge, and I am using that.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and
So,
roll to hit 2 more times if that's what your
2
action
more
surge is doing.
attacks. Yes, it is. So first one, 17.
Does not hit.
Second one, 25.
Does hit.
Damn, 26 damage on that one.
Yeah, so you've done a total of 56 or 58, 88, 96 damage. Touche. All right.
And that's all I got.
All right. Glutton is up. And it is, I need you all to make me Constitution saving throws.
Okay.
Is this an action he's doing or a spell or?
He is literally just roaring.
That is a 22 for Corn.
Okay. 6, 14. Shem and 6. $17 and 6. What'd you get?
That would be a net.
Nat. All right. Blyde, Walker, and Crystal. You do not pass. You are going to take 10 damage, and you have been deafened. You cannot hear anymore.
Yay, I'm Helen Keller now.
You could still talk.
You could talk with your hips.
Because they don't lie.
Nah, she's just doing the Helen Keller and talking with her hips. Yeah, these are things that have happened. And
I'm glad those 3 are in the back.
Yes. It is then going to open its mouth, and a giant blue flame is going to appear, and it's going to shoot at you, Corin. Let us see how it does. 16 to hit. Man, I'm just rolling poorly today. Both
Yeah, that is
as
definitely
Nyx
a miss.
and as Glutton. Yeah. 6, you're up.
Excellent. I'm going to open up with immolation.
Don't know what that does.
Nice.
Go ahead and read it aloud for the class, please.
Oh, that's a fun one.
Flames wreathe one creature you can see within range. Target must make a dex saving throw. It takes 8d6 fire damage on a fail, or half as much on a success. On a failed save, target also burns for the spell's duration, which is concentration up to a minute.
19 for its dex saving throw.
Okay, so it succeeds.
Okay.
And we're going to go ahead and skip the rest of that because it succeeded.
Yep.
So it is going to be receiving 8d6.
Are you on roll 20? Six.
So that will be
He is not on roll 20.
Do you have the stream open? Do you have any way of seeing the battle?
Yes.
Okay, where are you aiming for?
I'm aiming for its face.
For its face? Okay.
Face.
Yeah. You do in fact aim for its face.
Specifically, I'm going to be aiming in as close to in its mouth as I can.
You are going to have to make a roll for that, my friend. See how well you can aim it. Make me an Arcana roll.
Ooh.
See how well you can control this magic as you cast it.
Excellent.
And let me get some fire out here. Fire. What's the radius of it?
It's not a radius. It is specifically like target.
Oh, but you meant so it's not sticking around, right? Or he passes dex.
Right.
So?
It's not gonna hang out as long as it should have.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's hit that Arcana roll real quick.
Excellent. So now that I've got it open, yeah, that's gonna be a pretty atrocious. 14.
Yeah,
14.
you kind of instead of hitting where its mouth is, you kind of hit like the back of its chin. Which, it's still a hit. It's just not the greatest of hits.
So did I just give that snake razor burn?
Basically, yeah. Yeah, it's like it tried shaving and nicked itself. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Awesome. The damage that I rolled was 21.
So half of that is 10. Okay. You did 10 damage compared to Corin's almost 100. Cheers.
Yeah, well, I came out swinging.
Yeah, you did. You got anything else for a 6?
It's one spell per turn.
All right, Walker, you be up.
Huh?
You be up. Your turn to try and fight the giant snake thing.
Huh? That's a giant snake.
Yeah, as it turns out, both Walker and Shem have no idea what's happening right now, by the way.
I just showed up here. That's a big snake. Life would be a lot better if it just, cowered in front of us. Wouldn't that be
Huh?
nice? I will try to. I will actually try to cast Gaius.
Ooh. Okay, what is that one?
Incoming copy paste, roll 20.
I just need to know what the roll is. I know what Gias does. It's one of
Well,
my
I
favorite
didn't.
spells. Oh, okay. Fair enough. It must make a wisdom saving throw. Sure.
So what am I?
I'm rolling wisdom.
Yeah. I always mess up. What is my DC on this?
I don't know. Let's go check
Go to
out.
your spells. Go to your spell sheet, and it'll be
Yep.
up at the top.
16.
Well, it rolled a 17, so it barely passed.
Chronal shift. Do it again.
Yeah.
Rolled 20.
Oh.
That was my turn.
Okay.
That was an action and a bonus action.
Shem. Walker tried taking control of this ginormous snake, and it didn't work.
I was off by 2.
You're off by yeah. I don't think I've rolled above a 10 yet. Oh no, I did once. I did for the dex saving throw against
Immolation.
yeah. So I've only rolled well enough to pass your saving throws. Haven't hit or anything like that.
Okay, so I'm gonna do my Eldritch Blast, aiming for the mouth.
You're gonna have to make another check just like everyone else. Make this one no, it's not perception. Make another Arcana check to see if you can aim well enough with your magic. And then we'll make attack rolls to see if you can hit the part you aim for.
Okay.
If you hit or if you miss this but hit your attack rolls, you'll still just hit. You'll just hit random parts of it.
Okay.
Who did text me?
Now, do I have to do 2 because I have 2 Eldritch Blast bolts, or just
one?
Okay.
And you can hit the mouth with both or hit random spots with both.
Okay.
Yep, you
9.
are not hitting the mouth. You guys are doing a horrible job aiming today. I tell you what. Now roll to hit.
I'm looking at it. Hold on.
Your nat 1's gonna hit Walker. Welcome back, Walker.
Ow.
Go ahead and roll your damage for your nat 1 there, Crystal.
What?
Don't do the thing. Don't do it.
Shem, you were deafened by
Plus
its last
4.
attack, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, Shem with her inability to hear, just kind of shoots an Eldritch Blast off, and it ends up hitting Walker in the arm, taking 13 damage.
Okay. Do you want me to roll my other bolt?
Yeah, roll your other bolt. Also, Walker, do you get pushed or pulled, Shem?
What?
Eldritch Blast pushes or pulls, doesn't it?
No.
It depends on if she has the invocation for that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, your 24 will hit. You can go ahead and roll damage on that one.
Let's roll 1.
Yep, 12 damage. And you'll hit this thing kind of on its cheekbone, between its eye and its mouth.
Ha.
You got anything else for us?
Oh, I don't think I do right now.
Alright, Zeph, you are up. Ooh, someone just dropped something above me.
Gonna move up. And then as as my action, I'm gonna cast Wrath of Nature.
You wanna read that one aloud for the class, please?
Basically, I call the spirits of nature around me to help me against the enemy. So any type of, if there's grass, rocks, trees, basically I will them to my command.
What do you command them to do?
Underneath it, so it has 4 different things it does at certain points. So all land underneath him is considered difficult terrain.
Sure.
And then at the start of my turn, I need him to make a dexterity saving throw.
Sure, we'll get there at the start of your turn.
Which this is.
This is the middle of your turn, madam.
But it's at the start of the spell, which counts.
Okay, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you this once. 30. Hey, that's the first time I've rolled over a 10.
Takes half damage, so let me... Alright, so he takes 4 damage, which I know is not a lot.
That was some rough rolling.
Yeah, that was really. And then at the end of my turn, because I'm using my bonus action to turn into an air I want to turn into an air elemental. You know, I'm gonna turn into a fire elemental.
You are not fire.
And then at the end of my turn, I need him to make a strength saving throw.
Yes, have the gigantic snake make a jinx. Yep, nat 20.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. You know, I tried. And then I'm gonna get as close to him as possible, which...
There is a goddess in your way, a titan in your way. You'll have to walk past her as fire.
Let me see, hold on, let me see. Maybe I can do something cool and, like, jump over her.
Yeah, if that's a possibility, you do you, girl.
No, that doesn't work. Damn, I don't want to burn her. How much fire damage do I have to... Ooh! I can squeeze through a space of 1 inch without harming somebody. So I'm gonna squeeze past her without trying to, like, burn her. Like, ooh, excuse me.
That there is a legal play. Those are things you can do.
Yeah, and I have how much feet of movement? I'm sorry, it's been a while.
You've also already moved a little bit, by the way.
Yeah, let me.
So you have so far moved. Yeah, to get there is 50 total feet.
Yeah, it's fine. I will just, you know, beep doo. There.
You are in fact there.
And that's my turn.
All right. Nyx is going to shout out, telling you all to cover your eyes.
To the people that can't hear.
Yes, she doesn't know that. Who can't hear, by the way?
I can't.
And
Shem, Zeph, and Walker.
All right. Corn, 6.
I'm going to cover my eyes, but is it possible to mime to the other? Like, would I have enough time to mime to Walker and Shem covering their eyes?
I'll have you make a performance check.
Okay, at least an attempt.
Yep, you can make an attempt.
Can I assist by, like, grabbing them and getting their attention?
Sure, roll it with advantage.
Roll with advantage.
Yes,
Yay.
You are being assisted.
Hey, that one's not bad. 21.
Yeah,
and then... Yep, okay, we'll go with that one then.
Walker, Shem, make me wisdom checks with advantage to see if you understand what he is doing.
Walker is away from his keyboard, I believe. Because of children.
Gotcha. Shem.
What do you need me to do?
Wisdom check.
Okay, Corin, roll for me.
What is your wisdom modifier? Do you know?
I can tell you.
All right.
His wisdom modifier is. Let's see, there he is.
Is it a wisdom check or a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom check. His wisdom modifier is 0.
Okay. That's a 13 for Walker then.
You have an advantage.
Oh.
Okay,
That's
13
a 13
it is.
for Walker.
Shem, what you got?
14.
He does a good job. You guys get it. You both cover your eyes. So you don't see what happens. The only one who kind of quote unquote sees what happens with her blind sight, because it doesn't really affect her, is this being that you just squeezed past Zeph. Seems to disappear into smoke. But you kind of can still feel the smoke next to you as it grows exponentially. And you can, again with quotes, see this giant being of smoke begin fighting against the snake. And after a few moments of them wrestling, the snake lets out a giant hiss and kind of seems to recoil back. But before it does, it lands one gigantic bite on this on this smoke's shoulders, and you're made of fire, so I guess this won't work as well as I want it to. Gold blood will rush down the smoke and evaporate as it hits you, Zeph, and also cover the cliffside in this golden ichor. Before it lands one giant uppercut against this snake, and it recoils back, letting go of the shoulder, and begins retreating down the side of the mountain.
The snake or the smoke?
The snake. The smoke returns to its normal godly form, lying next to you, Zeph, with two gigantic holes pierced through its shoulder, and blood quickly running out. You are still in fire form. The rest of you don't see any of this happen, but you do hear the retreat of the snake.
Are we still in turn order?
No, you are out of turn order as the snake begins slithering down the side of the mountain, retreating from Nyx's mighty blows.
I'm gonna immediately drop out of fire form and cast Cure Wounds at 5th level.
Make me a medicine check, Zeph.
Ooh, that's really good. $25.
Yeah. You know, with that 25, as you begin to cast Cure Wounds, you realize how useless it's going to be, as you can feel an incredibly powerful poison racing through the veins of this goddess. And make me a wisdom check.
I was gonna say, I have Greater Restoration that can get rid of poison.
Make me a wisdom check.
Okay, hold on, I'm getting there.
And make it at advantage. There
20, 20, but 25.
Yeah, not 20. You know there's one being in this entire world that can remove this poison and save this Titan before you. And you are not her biggest fan.
Oh, shit.
The rest of you open your eyes to see the scene of Zeph over Nyx as Nyx is bleeding.
Can we hear yet?
You are slowly but surely getting some ringing back in your ears. You can't hear fully, but if people yell at you, you might be able to hear you.
Zeph is gonna start screaming for Gaia.
I'm going to run to the edge of said cliff. Can I see the snake at all?
The snake is dipped below the clouds. You can no longer see it.
Damn.
You do hear our friend here shouting for Gaia, though. All of you are able to hear it over. Walker, you've recovered from your deafness as you're a robot and can probably recover faster.
Gaia!
She can't leave her forest, can she?
She better, damn it.
Should we use the ring to wish Nyx to Gaia?
Hang on.
How far away is that location?
It
Do
took
we still have?
it took Zeph a day of flying at top speeds to get here.
Do we still have those teleporting bracelet things?
The teleporting bracelets only get you back to the city.
Oh.
And I'm assuming Nyx doesn't have a day.
No, you know with your very high medicine check, Nyx has limited time before this poison removes her from existence. You also know that this poison is strong enough to kill a titan. This poison is probably strong enough to kill, or would be strong enough to kill a god itself.
I can try something. I can commune with nature and see if I can get a hold of Gaia.
Make me a nature check.
Okay.
Can we extract the vial of this stuff hemorrhaging from her?
Can you what?
Get a vial of the stuff coming out of Nyx.
Do you have something to put it in?
We should. Check inventory. Poison's poison. Godblood or not.
If you have something, what do you have to put it in?
Water skin.
Okay, as you try to put in the water skin, the poison mixed with this golden ichor kind of burns through the water skin. Your water skin is destroyed. 7 is also not high enough.
Yeah.
I could try to catch it with my bottle.
Yeah, go for it. Do you do so?
Yes.
Yeah, you catch it in your bottle, but you can kind of see the steam rising from the tip of your bottle as the inside is slowly being destroyed, but it managed to contain it for now.
Let's see the Nyx.
Actually, I have a component pouch, and it supplies me with special items that I need to contain things for casting spells. So I would assume that there should be a file in there, no?
This stuff is incredibly powerful. It takes like metal to not be burned through. Which is why
Walker!
Which is why Shem's thing is holding it.
Yeah, my bottle has, I'm trying to remember. It's got, like, hit points and stuff.
It has 24 hours before it is destroyed, holding this poison.
Hey, Walker, how do you feel about winning the Blood of God?
It's immune to poison and psychic damage, so does that do anything?
Is it immune to acidic damage?
What is it?
Acidic.
It says immune to poison damage.
Nope, that's not acidic damage. They are sadly different. So like I said, it's not happening immediately. You have 24 hours before your bottle is destroyed.
It's okay, I can always make another one.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna make a quick vote. How does everybody feel about using a wish to potentially save a Titan?
Well, we aren't winning on our own.
We'll be clear.
The only other thing I can think of is asking for the Forgotten One's help, but I don't even know where they are.
As you say that, you feel his presence behind you, and none of you realize this, but he's been sitting crisscross applesauce, watching the scene unfold.
Can you help her or get her to Gaia, please?
You ask a great task of me. It comes with a price.
And
What
Are
say
you
you,
willing
young
to pay
lady?
it? Are all
I'm
of you willing to pay it?
What's the price?
You must journey for me. Free
getting
me from my slumber.
I have a feeling that we were going to end up having to do that anyway. So, I definitely vote yes.
Is the party in agreement?
Yeah.
Sure.
Removing Nyx from her city will sever an ancient connection. Is this something that you were okay with?
Will the
It's
connection
Well-
to the city?
Wouldn't death do the same thing?
I cannot talk about that, for even I do not know what would happen.
Well, it's either we take her to Gaia or you bring Gaia here.
I am unable to bring Gaia here, as she would be unwilling.
Well, then I guess we have no other choice.
Do we have an agreement then?
Yeah, do it.
And a small blade appears in his hand, and he cuts down his hand and offers the blade to one of you, and holding his hand out to shake.
I'll take it.
Okay. Zeph, you cut your hand down the same way, and clasp hands with him, your blood intermingling. And up your arm, a single line of red appears. And from this line of red, more intricate patterns kind of envelop your entire arm, until you have like a kind of like a large, I want to say like a henya thing, if you guys know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A large red henya type thing appears across your entire arm. And the same pattern also leads across the Forgotten One's arm, and he says, "The deal has been made. We are connected by the blood pact." And as he says that, a bright light envelops you all. And that is where we will end today's session.